Alright students, in this quick video we're going to learn how to do a one-way ANOVA. Now what a one-way ANOVA does, it compares the differences between a number of different conditions at once. Now the reason you wouldn't want to do multiple t-tests to do this is because each time you conduct a statistical test or analysis like that, you have a chance for basically reporting an error. Our significance value kind of tells us what our chance of that is. So our chance of reporting an error or getting a false positive is much higher if you run 3 tests versus 1. So that's why we do the ANOVA, or the one-way ANOVA. So how you would do that is, you see here I have my, my data set open. We're going to go up to here to Analyze. We're going to go back to Compare Means. And instead of clicking independent samples like we did for the t-test, we're going to click on the one-way ANOVA. So that's going to bring up our small little box again. I like to just kind of drag it to open it up so I can really see what I'm doing. And change this from display variable labels to display variable names, just so it makes a little more sense to me. So the first thing we need to look at is what factor, what is going to be our grouping condition. So we're going to use again the condition variable, because the condition variable is across all 3 conditions. Now we don't have to define it here because it knows there's going to be multiple conditions and it's going to use that. For our dependent list, we're going to use the same dependent variable that we used last time, which is our variable called oral1. You can see again I highlighted here, and that is if participants were willing to participate. So we'll move that over here to our dependent list, and we're good to go. Now we're going to want to do a few other things here. Nope, nothing in contrast. We're going to want to go to post hoc, and we're going to want to click on the Tukey's post hoc, and click continue. And under options, we're going to want our descriptive statistics, because that's going to tell us a few things when we get there. Besides that, that's all you really need to click on, and once you have it all set up, we're going to go ahead and click OK. And that's going to give us our output. So I'm going to go through this kind of line by line. The first thing, we have our descriptive statistics, and that's exactly what it sounds like. It's basically going to tell us how many people we have in each condition, how many participants, what the mean level of each of those conditions are, the standard deviation, the standard error, and a few other things. So looking at this briefly, you can already make a few assumptions. You can see that the mean participation level was much higher for condition 1, the foot in the door technique, than it was for condition 2 or condition 3. You can also see the condition 3, the control, was very similar to the mean. Looking at our standard deviation, you can also see that our answers or responses were spread out more in condition 2 and condition 3 than they were in condition 1. So that's our descriptives. Let's go down to the actual ANOVA. So if we were to run an ANOVA without selecting that post hoc test, this is the only information it would give us. And what that tells us is, if we look at this, is the first thing we look at, is the ANOVA significant? And that's right here. And yes, it's significant. What that tells us is that yes, there is a difference between these groups. However, what it doesn't tell us is what the difference is. So for that, we have to do a post hoc test. So if we scroll down here, we go to our post hoc test, and this is that Tukey test that we clicked on before we ran it. And what we're going to see here is we're going to see a comparison of the different conditions to the other conditions. So right here we have, how does condition 1 compare to condition 2 and condition 3? So first place we can start here is a significant level. So immediately you can see that condition 1 was different than condition 2, was significantly different than condition 2, and significantly different than condition 3. The same holds for condition 2, being significantly different from condition 1, and being significantly different from condition 3, and for condition 3. So what this tells us is that each one of our groups was significantly distinctive or different from one another in a statistical manner. So if you're looking to how to write this up properly, I recommend you also conduct the PowerPoint slides for Module 2, Chapter 4, as it has all the information on how to write this up properly and where to put the numbers you're getting here in your write-up, so you're doing it properly with APA standards. If you have any questions or comments, please contact me. Thank you.